How do you interpret the solution of a system of equations word problem? Imagine you're trying to find the perfect recipe for a cake, but you only have clues about how much sugar and flour to use. Solving a system of equations in a word problem is like figuring out those exact amounts. When you find the solution, it tells you the specific values for each variable that make all the conditions true at the same time. First, you need to understand what each variable stands for in the real world. For example, if the problem talks about the number of adult tickets and children's tickets sold, then one variable might be the number of adult tickets and another the number of children's tickets. Knowing what each variable means helps you interpret the solution later. Next, you turn the words into equations. Use the details from the problem to write equations that relate the variables. For example, if the total tickets sold are 21 and the total money collected is $100, you can write one equation for the total tickets and another for the total money. Then, you solve these equations using methods like substitution, elimination, or graphing. These methods help you find the values of the variables that satisfy all the equations at once. Once you have the numbers, it's time to interpret what they mean in the context of the problem. Say the solution is 5 and 3, and if 5 represents adult tickets and 3 represents children's tickets, then the interpretation is that 5 adult tickets and 3 children's tickets were sold. It's important to check your work by plugging these numbers back into the original conditions to make sure everything makes sense. If the total tickets add up and the total money matches, then your solution fits the scenario. Finally, clearly explain your answer in a sentence. For example, you might say, the store sold 5 adult tickets and 3 children's tickets, which makes the solution easy to understand without showing the equations. Understanding the solution means more than just getting numbers. It's about seeing how those numbers fit into the real situation. It helps you connect algebra to everyday problems, making solving word problems more straightforward and less intimidating. Remember, each solution is a story about what actually happened, told through numbers that make sense in the real world.